Hey guys, if you open Retell AI for the very first time, it kind of feels overwhelming, right? You have agents, you have phone numbers, you have analytics, quality assurance, and you're just thinking, what the hell does this actually mean? What does this actually do, right? So in this video, I'm going to break down the entire Retell AI dashboard step by step so you understand how everything connects and so you can start building your own voice agents without guessing and without using ChatGPT. So let's get started. So before we go into each of these, let's look at the big picture, right? The systematic view. Before we click anything, we need to understand the structure. So Retell is divided into 4 layers. We have build, we have deploy, we have monitor, we have the system. Now, if you understand this structure, everything later on becomes really simple. Okay, think of it like this. First, you need to create the brain. Once you have that brain, then you connect it to the real world. And then you track performance. And then you finally manage the backend. So this is basically how Retell is divided. Pretty logical. Now let's talk about build. Build is basically where agents and the knowledge base lives. So what is agents, right? Let's just take a step back. When we talk about agents, it's basically where the intelligence lives. So build is where you actually create the brain. This is where you design how your AI speaks, how it responds, how does it, transfer calls, and how does it handle objections. So every behavior your customer hears on the phone actually starts here. This is the core product that you're actually building for an SMB. All right. Let's go to the knowledge base. So the knowledge base is basically what makes your agent sound like a real business instead of a generic chatbot or robot, right? So you're going to feed into it the company details. You're going to feed into it the services you provide, the FAQs, the pricing. So whenever a customer asks a question, it's going to go into that knowledge base and then it's going to answer, questions really with confidence and accuracy. So that's the build. Let's go on to the deploy. Now, the deploy is where your AI stops being a test product. What I mean by that is it's not in the test phase. You're going to deploy it into a production environment. It's going to start interacting with real customers. It's going to go live. So that's deploy. Okay. Within deploy, we have phone numbers and then we have batch call. Now, phone numbers is where your agent is going to be connected to an actual phone line so that people can actually call that agent. If this is not done, your agent is going to be there, but no one can be able to reach that. So you have to connect it to a phone number. So basically, it's inbound. Okay. Now let's talk about batch call. Now, batch call is basically for outbound campaigns. For example, appointment reminders, lead follow-ups, reactivations. So as an SMB, for an SMB, if you're deploying this for a business, this is where the automation starts generating revenue because when it reaches out, gets leads, turns them into sales, that's where the actual revenue is, right? The other part, the phone numbers part, is basically making sure your system works efficiently, you save time and all that stuff. It helps you save money, basically, right? And this is what actually helps you generate money. So they're two different things. Let's go to monitor now, okay? So monitor is where you actually measure performance and improve the system. Now, if we look at the call history is where every conversation your AI has is logged into the call history. If something breaks or sounds off, this is where you are going to go into and investigate, and then you refine it to improve your bot. Then we have chat history. It's the same thing, but it's for chats. Then we have analytics. This is really important. This is where it shows you the call duration. It shows you outcomes. It's going to show you trends. It's going to show you performance metrics. So when you're working with SMB clients, this is what proves your system is actually delivering results. So really important. Next comes the AI quality assurance. Now, this helps evaluate call quality at scale. Now, once you're let's say handling hundreds of calls, thousands of calls, you need a system that checks consistency automatically over a large scale. That's where this comes into play. Then we have lastly the system. Now, this is where you actually manage the backend. We have billing. Now, this tracks your usage and costs. Simple. If you're offering an AI voice as a service, understanding this is really crucial and important to keep your margins healthy. Lastly, we have settings. Now, this is where the API keys live and the integrations live. When we start connecting this to automation tools like N8N, Make.com, or any other custom workflow, this section really becomes important. All right. That's it for this video. Hopefully this helped you understand the dashboard. Make sure to like and subscribe because in the upcoming video, I'm going to actually start building our first real SMB voice agent from scratch. And it's going to be part of a whole series. So everything is going to be shared step by step. No barriers, no gatekeeping, authentic information for free. So make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one.